Welcome to day 3 of the Pure Experts AI 2026 Forum. I'm glad you are here. Over the last 2 days, we built the map. We explored the literacy divide, the academy model, and financial identity. We looked at resilient communities, alliance structures, and the organizational implications of AI governance. Today, the work changes. Today is about building the territory. This session is focused on one central question. What does an AI fluent organization actually look like from the inside, and how do you begin building one now? This is where the conversation moves from ideas into architecture, from theory into operating reality. Slide 2. 2 days. What was actually in the room? Before we move forward, it is important to pause and take inventory, not just of what was presented, but of what was actually built in this room over the last 2 days. Because the difference between a seminar and a transformation is whether anything durable was produced. Day 1 gave us the strategic foundation, the AI literacy divide, the academy model, and the financial identity framework. Day 2 expanded that into culture, community design, alliance infrastructure, and the resilience conversation. That means day 3 does not begin from zero, it begins from accumulated structure. You are not walking into another disconnected session. You are standing on top of 2 full days of layered thinking. That matters because now we can ask a more serious question. What do we do with everything we have built? Slide 3. Day 3. What this session produces. Day 3 is structured differently on purpose. The first 2 days were heavy on inputs. Today is more about outputs. The goal is not to add information for the sake of information. The goal is to convert what you already have into decisions, commitments, and clear next steps. Hour 1 is about the AI fluent organization itself, what it looks like, how it functions, and how to begin building it. Hour 2 moves into investment paths. Hour 3 moves toward cohort formation, partnership, and activation. So today is not just another day of content. It is a day of translation. By the end, everyone has a specific, owned next step. Slide 4, defining the destination. Let's define the destination clearly. An AI fluent organization is more than just tools. It is not an organization where a few people know how to use ChatGPT or that has experimented with a few tools. It is one where every level, frontline, management, and leadership has enough literacy and governance to use AI responsibly. Effective use must be in alignment with organizational values and compliance obligations. There are 4 markers. First, literacy at every level. People are informed. Second, there is governance that functions, not symbolic, but real. Third, culture that sustains behavior beyond one event. And fourth, independence from external dependency. That is the destination. Slide 5, the honest picture. Now that we have the destination, we need the diagnostic. Most organizations are not where they think. Many leaders assume they are further along because AI is being used somewhere, but usage is not fluency. Activity is not maturity. At stage 1, you are unaware. At stage 2, you are aware but lack infrastructure. Activity doesn't equal governance yet. At stage 3, the organization is active with some policy and training, but the system is still fragile and person-dependent. At stage 4, you are aligned. Policy, ownership, and tracking are functioning together as a system. At stage 5, you are empowered. Literacy is broad, culture is self-sustaining, and internal training capacity exists. The purpose of this is honesty, not aspiration. Honest location. An organization that accurately names its stage is ready to move. Slide 6, the buildable plan. Once you know your stage, the next question is sequence. Most struggle with the order. First, assess the current state. You cannot govern what you have not mapped. This is your foundation. Second, assign governance ownership. If no one owns it, no one governs it. Third, build the policy framework. Fourth, deploy the training. Not awareness theater, but measurable behavioral training that transfers actual knowledge. Fifth, build the culture. Leadership modeling and accountability matter here. AI-safe behavior must become the norm. And sixth, achieve independence. The organization should eventually be able to train, update, and govern itself. That is the sequence. Slide 7. The goal is never dependency. This is one of the most important principles in the Pure Experts model. The goal is capability transfer. We are not building dependency as a revenue strategy. We are building fluency as a systems strategy. The healthiest outcome is an organization that carries the work internally. Organizations should not outsource maturity permanently. They build it. Slide 8. The chamber model in action. Let's make it concrete. A chamber cohort is a shared capability building experience. For the business, the outcome is direct governance, fluency, and a certified AI champion. For the chamber, it's strategic readiness. For the community, it creates a cluster of AI fluent businesses. This is more than networking, it's a visible community asset. Slide 9, the corporate ROI case. If the chamber is for the community, this slide is for the boardroom. Training budgets already exist. The question is whether those budgets produce enduring capability. A director-level cohort creates internal multipliers and reduces risk. This investment creates a permanent internal asset rather than a one-time expense. Productivity improvement is immediate and compounding. The economics are clear. The real question becomes, what is the cost of continuing without this? Slide 10, Thailand retreat announcement. I want to introduce something bigger than training alone. This is about ecosystem activation. The retreat has two dimensions. First, wellness, space and clarity. Second, investment education, on-the-ground exposure to opportunity. This is a strategic environment for high-performance people to connect and evaluate real opportunities together in a dynamic market. Slide 11, why Thailand? It is a mature, globally recognized market with strong tourism demand and attractive entry points. The thesis rests on favorable yield profiles and workable legal structures, but the real value is operating inside a trusted network. Community reduces confusion and improves due diligence. The retreat is about entering that network with context. Slide 12. AI fluency opens doors. An AI fluent organization is not only more competitive locally, it is more capable globally. AI improves the ability to manage remote teams and coordinate distributed communities. It expands what becomes realistically accessible. International due diligence and content distribution become scalable. AI fluency is a strategic expansion move for any organization. Slide 13, a decision, not a sales pitch. This is about honest self-selection. The next cohort is right for some and not others. Do you have a specific goal? Are you willing to show up? Do you have the authority to apply what you learn? And are you ready now? If yes, book a call. If maybe, join the Wednesday session. If not yet, stay connected. Everyone needs an honest next step. Slide 14, the 90-day milestone map. Leaders invest when they can see outcomes. At day 30, the literacy foundation is in place. At day 60, infrastructure is operational. At day 90, culture is in motion, and the organization is at stage 4 on the maturity spectrum. These are milestones, not just vague language. Your organization can be operating at a fundamentally different level in 90 days. Slide 15, you are not building this alone. No organization builds sustained fluency in isolation. No leader carries this alone for long. Wednesday sessions are an accountability anchor. The AB Mastermind provides deeper support. Your cohort becomes an enduring network. The community is part of the model. The infrastructure is not just policy and tools. It is people. You aren't doing this alone. Slide 16, Hour 1, complete. We have defined the model and identified the stages. We've outlined the sequence and the ROI. Hour 2 goes deeper into specific vehicles and financial infrastructure. Take the break, but do not mentally leave the conversation. The real question now is not just whether you understand the model. The real question is whether you are ready to move. See you in Hour 2.